don't have jeans to it. You want to take
Oh,
your
you.
Come on.
I don't know. That's loud.
Alright, so my speech is all about saying goodbye. Senior farewell isn't quite the easiest thing to do. I tried to make mine more like a valedictorian speech, but to me, I would just rather say goodbye. It's kind of hard. I think it's going to be hard for everyone, but I just want to show you guys who I'm going to say goodbye to. So, I'm going to go over here. That's okay, I got it. If it'll work.
It'll work. Just gotta get it pointed right at the monitor top. There you go.
Alright, so my senior farewell. That's me. That was a cute little thing. So first, I want to say goodbye to my parents. Actually, I don't think it will be that hard for me to say goodbye to my parents simply because I'll be coming home. I know it is going to be rough. Don't laugh at me, Mr. Gross. It'll be rough just because I don't get to see them as much. But I've kind of had a transitioning stage. I'll talk about that in a little bit. But here's a picture of me and my parents. It's something that I think, especially as a maple syrup pageant, it's something I'll always remember my senior year. Next is my family. That pretty much includes my brother, my sister, and my nana. My nana is my mom's mom, and I see her about 2 times a week. It's going to be a hard one for me just because I'll be gone. My brother is the top picture up here. He lives in Kentucky right now, so it's going to be goodbye, yeah, but I think him and my sister is the far one over here. I think for them, they'll be more supportive, more happy, more proud of me than sad that I'm leaving. Next is my friends. This one is hard, just in a generality. This is a picture of the end of our last day of our freshman year. And to think at all of us, look at all of us, there's people in there that have left, people that have changed. I don't even think I look like myself. It's crazy how much people change. And you don't realize it. Like, you're not like, oh, I changed from yesterday, but you know, a simple change of your hairdo, and it completely like changes everything. For me, saying goodbye to my friends, the only hard part is going to be that I might not talk to all of them. You don't realize it, but the person sitting next to you in class, do you have their phone number? Are you going to talk to them when you leave high school? KJ, you don't have to work. You know, but you get to see them every day. You get to walk into school and you get to see them sitting there. And you're like, oh, hey, nice to see you today. But when you're not in school, you don't have that. You don't get to see them. You're lucky if you run into them at the grocery store. Or, you know, if you have their phone number. And if, you know, even just friends that are just acquaintances, you know, that you're not really that tight with, you know, you might miss them. The next one would be sports. I've already said goodbye to volleyball and powerlifting and pom. Softball is going to be the hard one. I've played softball since I was 5 years old, and so I've been playing softball with these people my entire life. You know, I've always known them as people to play softball with. Volleyball. This one up here is a picture of volleyball from my junior year. Quite a few of those are seniors last year. I said goodbye to them. But it's going to be hard. Once I get out of school, I don't know if I'm going to keep playing those sports. So it's mainly saying goodbye to the sport, not necessarily the people. So I won't be playing those once I get in college. Next is my best friend. She doesn't know, well, I mean, she doesn't know she's in the presentation, but I don't know if she realizes it or not. But actually, she felt is my one best friend. She, bad guy. I'm a picture of a bad guy, so I won't cry.
Good call. Good safety zone.
Me and Ashley met first day kindergarten. I got on the bus, and she was in the open seat. I didn't really talk to her too much until 2nd grade, and we started talking. We were in the same class together. We rode the same bus. She lived half a mile away from me. She's been there pretty much through everything. This is a picture. She got me into powerlifting. I got her into softball. That's our homecoming. We went together. This picture up here is the latest one that we took. It was at baccalaureate the other night. Just to see how much we've changed. And she's the one person that I have to say goodbye to her, but I know she'll always be there. Okay, so we have a type of friendship where we don't have to talk every day to still be friends. You know, we can talk. You know, we went like a week without talking, and still, you know, we talk and it's just right back on track. We have too many things in common. You know, we're in jobs together. We both enjoy sports. We both live in the same town. Our families are together. There's no way that me and her can be separated. There's no way that I would want to be separated from her. This last one is my senior highlights from my senior year. And this is the first one I'm going to start out with. I got a tattoo the beginning of 2012 with my sister. It was the first tattoo that I'd ever gotten. And it says, "Fate made us sisters, love made us best friends." It's a highlight in my senior year just because it's something new, and I think it ties me and my sister together. We're actually really close. She just lives far away, so it's nice to know that I always have a piece of her with me. This one up here is prom this year. I almost didn't go to prom my senior year. Don't ever make that mistake. Don't ever do it. I thought I didn't need to go because I didn't have a date. I was wrong. It was a lot of fun. I ended up going with friends, and I enjoyed the hell out of it. This picture means a lot to me. If you can see, I have a corsage. My dad actually knew that I wasn't going with anyone and had a corsage delivered to me while I was getting my hair done so that he could be my date for my senior prom. This picture up here is spring break this year. I don't normally do spring break trips. My family just never has. We never have time. We don't have the money. I got to go with the Schaefer family this year. I've grown close to them. It was my first time out of Michigan, first time on a plane, first time I've seen the ocean, first time I've done a lot. And it means a ton that they would take me. And it's a highlight because it's something new. And, you know, it's my first time doing a lot of things. This picture is for maple syrup. I made first runner-up. It's a highlight to me because simply it's something I've always wanted to do. One activity that we did during that weekend, we did face painting. And as a little kid, you know, I always looked up to the queen and I was always like, oh, I want to be like them. They're so beautiful. They're so pretty. Well, we were face painting and I had a little girl come up and she sat in my chair and I was, you know, she wanted a butterfly. And I was like, okay, I can do that. And she just kind of stopped. She was like, are you a princess? I was like, oh yeah, I'm a princess. She was, I want to be just like you someday. And it just like, that was the moment in my senior year where I realized that I'd become the person I wanted to be, who I am today. Hasn't been easy, but I'm who I am. Okay, real quick. This here is a picture of
naked fat guy.
This is taken by Schaefer. There was a point this year, after spring break, me and my parents, I'm the only child at home, my mom lost her job, and I told you I was going to cry. Prepared y'all. When we got back from spring break, I was coming back to Michigan without a house. My parents had lost their house while I was gone. And Tina and Blaine didn't hesitate. When I got home, I was with them, but when I got home, there was new sheets on the bed in the extra room. There was a dresser open for me. I didn't have to worry. They were the parents that I needed when I couldn't be there. Unfortunately, me and my parents both have a house, but my parents aren't with me. So I'm with them. They've been the people that I needed. You know, they've given me the ability to keep coming to school and to have a house, and I thank them for that. last picture is me and my mom. Oh, as you can tell before, we've had a rough year. But she's still there for me, and I'm there for her. That's what matters. That's what I'm gonna miss the most. Me and my mom are very close. We even text, like at school. I text her while she's at work. And I call her every night. You know, every night I said I love you, and we never talk without saying it. She's the closest person I have. And I'm gonna miss her. That's okay, because I'm going to college to be a big girl. Yeah, and you know, I have a quote. It's our class quote this year. What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters to what lies within us. Especially this year, I put a lot behind me. My whole life, I put a lot behind me. And I have a ton before me. I want to go to college. I want to get a degree. I have a beautiful, amazing person I want to become. And it's all going to happen because of who I am.
Awesome. Well done. Look how far you